Welcome, race fans. Rudy Cummings here, watching the old farts practicing here for their race tonight. A Homestead 100 laps in the trucks. Should be a very good race. I've got the pleasure of viewing quite a few races here lately at Homestead, and I'm telling you what, I have seen some absolutely amazing races with the trucks here at Homestead and the Gen 6s. So hopefully we're looking for a very good race here again tonight, and wish these guys all the best of luck. We're getting ready here to finish up practice here in about another 7.5 minutes. So stick around with us here, folks, and thank you for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate it very much. Just a reminder here, if you're just tuning in here to MaxSpeedTV on YouTube, make sure you do click that subscribe button. We appreciate all of our subscribers, and we are going to be having another drawing when we reach 500 subscribers. We had one at 100. When we reach 500, we're going to have another one. We gave away $50 at 100 subscribers, and I'm not going to tell you how much we're going to give away this time. I'm going to let that be a surprise to you. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe here because it's going to be a good one. Doesn't look like we're going to have a huge field here tonight, so 100 laps may go pretty quickly here, not sure. But we will stay with these guys and all the way to the end, because it's going to be good. Coming down to 3 minutes here till qualifying starts, so go grab you something to drink, grab you a snack, and get ready here to sit back. Let me do all the work. I'll run the cameras and commentate these races, and you can just sit back and relax and enjoy. So make sure you do get you something to drink there and a snack. If you know of anybody that may need a broadcast done on a Saturday night, I am open on Saturday nights. You can head over to MaxSpeedTV.com. Check out my schedule. I do broadcast right now 6 nights a week, and all very, very good races out there that I do cover. A lot of great leagues in iRacing, and I'm telling you what, they put on one heck of a show. You will not be disappointed by any of the racing that you will see here on MaxSpeedTV. I guarantee it. Great racing. Some of the best racers that you'll see in iRacing. They know how to put on a show, no doubt about it. Seconds left till qualifying. Hope you're ready for a great show here, because you're going to see one here with the Old Farts League. They do put on one heck of a show. We're going to see some greats out there racing tonight. Trying to get some last minute things sorted out here, but we will be going right now, heading to qualifying. So hang loose here for a minute and we will play our Star Spangled Banner.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag light was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, already starting to see some times coming in here. Gary Lowe on the top of the board right now with a 32.25. Very good lap. Travis Townsend beating that with a 31.19 or 9:58. Wow, what a lap! I had the chance to talk to Travis there before the race, and told me that he did have a set to turn a 31.9. So there it is, folks. Big shocker for me, beating Gary Lowe by 0.3 of a second. Holy smokes! That's a definitely hooked up. So look for Travis to be out in the front here later. Maybe on the pole, but yeah, he's kind of a shifty type. A guy likes to get maybe mired back in the pack a little bit. I don't mean bad shifty. I mean good shifty. No offense, Travis, and I know you don't. You know I don't mean it. Just a good thing, but some of these drivers out here, I'm telling you what, they put on a great show. May see him kind of fall back a little ways, stay in the top 5. Frank G, another great one. Nick Racino coming off of a great run last week, and look for him to be up into the hunt here as well. Gary Lowe, good. Tim Racino, and Aaron Reeder, another one. Robert Felsley. We've got a great bunch of folks here. I'm telling you, folks, you're going to see a great race here tonight. Making sure I do have any last minute joiners here that come in. Want to make sure I got them on the pole here. All right, just coming down to the closing seconds here of qualifying. So again, I want to double check and make sure I've got everybody in here, and it looks like I do. So any last second joiners, well, they may not be on there. So sorry, guys. But we're going to get ready here to end qualifying. Looks like Travis Townsend going to take the pole with a 31.958. Gary Lowe in second. Nick Racino, Frank G, Tim Racino. Man, I'm telling you what. All right, looks like qualifying is over. So we're going to get down here to our leader. And let's see, going to be Travis Townsend going to be leading them out right out of the gate. All right, Travis Townsend on the pole, not quite on the grid yet. We'll give him another couple seconds to get on the grid. But turning a 31.958, Travis Townsend, congratulations, in the number 3 starting on the pole tonight. Great job there, Travis. Gary Lowe starting on the outside in the number 38. Nick Racino not on the pole yet. We'll give him another second here to join. Last minute, they got a couple last seconds here to join, and we will make sure we get it. Don't look like we got a huge field out here tonight, but I'm sure that it's going to be a great race. 16 drivers taking to well, everybody's falling out there for some reason. 16 drivers taken to the grid here tonight. There's Nick Racino starting in third in the number 36. Frank G in the number 13 starting 4th. In 5th, the 34 of Tim Racino. In 6th, the number 6 of James Daniels. Aaron Reeder not on the grid yet, starting 7th in the number 3. There he is. Robert Felzine in 8th in the number 4. In 9th, the number 28 of Alan McEwen. In 10th, the number 52 of Brent Lay. In 11th, the number 44 of David Bowden. Not on the grid yet is the number 26 of Jason Beach, starting 12th. Michael Martin in 13th in the number 77. Don't see LG Whaley out there, but looks like Lloyd Jones may take up the tail of the field. Don't see, there's a couple other drivers that may have entered in the last second there. Terry Bellinger, don't see him on the grid, but we're going to get up here to the front and get ready to roll these cars off of the grid. And there they go. And I'm telling you folks, I believe this is going to be a super race. Travis Townsend going to bring them out of the pit in the first spot. All right, as everybody gets the field tightened up here, we're going to be taken to the green flag here in just a minute, folks. All right, pace car is in, and green flag is out, and we're off here taking the first lap around Homestead here tonight for 100 laps here with the Old Parts League. Glad you can join us here on MaxSpeedTV, and hopefully you do enjoy the show. I'm sure maybe only about 13 drivers. 13 drivers taking this. That can't be right. Can't be right. All right, well, anyhow, Travis Townsend coming around. It looks like he is going to lead the first lap. And he does. And right off of the bat there, the 36YM. Well, this is kind of messed up here. I don't know what's going on, folks, but you know what? I'm going to have to reset this because something is not right with this. I think we had a couple of last-minute pointers there. And kind of messed up the stats a little bit, but we'll just add one lap to Travis's when it comes down to the end of this. Sorry about that, folks. Does kind of change things up just a little, but for some reason I don't know why it's not picking up Racino there in second. Driving in the number 36 is just not picking him up. I'm going to go ahead and redo this whole doggone thing. I don't know what the heck's going on with it. Not picking him up for some reason. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. It's just, for some reason, it's not picking him up. It's showing him he is in second place. I don't know. Weird how that's not picking him up. All right, well, anyhow, we'll deal with it. Sorry about that, folks, but we had to kind of make sure that everything, for some reason, it's not picking up Nick Racino. I don't know what the deal is with that, but Nick in second. Tim Racino in third. Gary Lowe back to the fourth position. Aaron Reeder now getting passed up here on the inside by Frank G. Lap number 5 gonna be in the books here as everybody crosses the line, but Frank G gonna pick up 1 spot, moving into 5th. Aaron Reeder gonna go back to 6th place. Robert Felzine in 8th. David Bowden 9th. Alan McEwen 10th. Michael Martin 11th. Brent Lay in 12th. Jason Beach back to 13th. Lloyd Jones now is 14th. Last one on the field. Getting back up to our leader. Let's get up here and check in with him. Now looks like he's getting passed up by Nick Racino. So Nick gonna take over the lead. Great job by these guys. Travis was up there and led a couple of laps. Now Nick wants to get up there. Sorry, Nick. Nick Racino wants to get up and lead a lap too. Valuable points for leading a lap. Means a lot to these guys, I'm telling you. You got no idea. 1 point can mean the difference between winning the championship and not. So definitely 1 point does mean a lot to these guys. So Nick Racino in the lead now. Travis Townsend in 2nd. Tim Racino in 3rd. Gary Lowe in 4th. Back here about 1.7 seconds behind our leader. And a long way back here to Frank G. 3.5 seconds behind our leader. I don't think Frank's too worried about it. You'll see him be up there. Aaron Reeder maybe getting passed up here on the inside by James Daniels. As they go into turn 3, Aaron, well, I'm really getting tongue-tied here tonight. Aaron does hold on to that position, so James Daniels will remain in 7th for now. Looking ahead to Aaron here. James does come right up on the back of him coming out of turn 2. Not enough horsepower to get a run on him to go into turn 3 here, but we will stay here for just a second and see how he does coming off of turn 4. Hanging on there right now, doing a great job. All right, David Bowden now in 8th, started 11th on the field. Here he is running in 8th, a great start of the race to get this thing up into the top 10 now. Robert Felzine in 9th. Alan McEwen 10th. Michael Martin in 11th. Lloyd Jones 12th. Brent Lay 13th. And it looks like Jason Beach may have taken his car behind pit road. I don't see him on the track. Very interesting. It looks like he went in pit road and did not come back out. It looks like he's taken it behind pit road. So Jason Beach out of the race. Let's get back up to our leader here. Get up here to 2nd place, Travis Townsend, as he is still trying to work over Nick Racino. Nick coming off the win last week and got a lot of momentum coming into tonight's race. And I think this is really going to play heavily on him to try to beat Travis for the win here tonight. Nick, man, I'm telling you what, he has really, really come a long ways in his racing, and I'm telling you, he is a great racer. Followed Nick a few times, and yeah, he has really picked up his racing abilities, and you know, he has definitely become one of the premier racers here at the Old Farts League. You'll see a lot of great racers here. Travis Townsend still hanging on in second. Tim Racino in third, and boy, I'm going to tell you what, it's a long ways back to Gary Lowe. These guys are losing a lot of ground to them leaders back here, coming up on 5 seconds behind them, 4.9 seconds. Just doesn't seem to be quite as good coming out of turn 3 and 4. Those other guys, Frank G now closing up on Gary Lowe. This could be for position. We will keep an eye on this to see if Frank G's got something for Gary Lowe, as he is closing up on the back bumper of him. Boy, good here. Frank G, or Gary Lowe, trying to break that draft, kind of doing a little weaving back and forth, trying to break that draft to keep Frank G at bay. But I'm telling you what, Frank is reeling him in, and he is coming pretty fast. Looking here, 3/10 behind him, closes right up on him, 2/10, less than 2/10. Now into his draft, and Frank G looking to the inside. Let's see if he's got what it takes here. Coming into turn 1, Frank G closes right up on his back bumper. And coming off a 2, tries to duck it down to the low side, but can't quite do it this time. Gary Lowe pretty tough coming off of 1 and 2. Let's see how he does on 3 and 4. Frank seems to be just a little better in 3 and 4 here. May get a good run off of him, not sure. These two here really battling it out hard. It's early in the race, only 19 laps into the race, no caution yet. And these guys, oh, and Gary Lowe hitting the wall, losing his momentum, and that's going to put Frank G right out ahead of him. Just what Frank wanted. And these guys already 6.5 seconds behind them, front 3. I'm telling you what, that's nuts. Tim Racino in third. Travis Townsend in second. But Nick Racino leading 13 laps so far. Travis Townsend only leading 6, so only been 1 lead change in this race, and Nick Racino's been out front since. Travis already fallen back quite a little ways behind him, probably 1.5 seconds behind him. Back here another second is Tim Racino. Nobody else around the track right now changing, but great racing. Frank G in 4th. Now Gary Lowe back to 5th place. James Daniels in 6th. Aaron Reeder 7th. David Bowden 8th. Robert Felzine in 9th, 15 seconds behind the leader. I wanted to get up to Nick Racino here and see how much further it is here between him and Brent. Let's see, Brent Leo. We got Lloyd Jones on pit road. Not sure what's going on with Lloyd. He may have taken his car behind pit road. Yes, he did. Brent Lay now going to be cruising up to the 11th spot when he crosses the line. So a few guys out of the race, but the whole time up front there, Nick Racino leading them around. Let's see, probably about another 15 to 17 laps. We should be looking for their first green flag pit stop. Michael Martin in 10th, Robert Falzine 9th, David Bowden 8th, Aaron Reeder 7th, Gary Lowe now back to 6th. James Daniels gets by Gary Lowe and moves into 5th. So James Daniels working his way to the front. Frank G in 4th, 7.8 seconds behind the leader. Boy, that really skipped over them. Tim Racino here, about a second behind the leader. This thing's still messed up on me. I don't know why it's doing that, but oh well. We'll deal with it. Nick Racino in the top spot has led 18, coming to 19 laps that he has led here already out of the 25. So great job by Nick Racino being out front. Like I said, coming off of a win last week, got a lot of momentum, feeling good about himself, and you know that does kind of play a lot into how these guys feel about the racing. So. Travis Townsend still in second. Back here about a second and a half behind Nick Racino. Like I said, probably about 13 to 15 laps till we do see these guys head down pit road. We have seen one down on pit road. That would be Brent Lay, has been on pit road once already. So lots of good racing going on around the track. And kind of wanted to mention back here, let's go back here a little further as Frank G now moves into the 4th spot. Great job by him. Well, Frank G is coming 9 seconds behind our leader. James Daniels in 5th, not far behind him. And Gary Lowe back here in 6th. Aaron Reeder starting to come up on the back of Gary Lowe and also David Bowden. So Gary Lowe could be losing a couple more spots. Caution out, first caution of the day. Let's look and see. Brent Lay losing it. We will go back here and take a look and see what happened to Brent. Like he might have gotten loose coming off of turn 2, and that is kind of like the dreaded place that these guys, hey, turn 2 seems to be really bad in these trucks. It looks like he maybe takes it down there pretty close to the apron. May have been coming, yeah, I think he was coming for pit road, but look at this, he's going to slide it right up in front of our leader, almost getting into the leader. Holy smokes. That was too close for comfort. I'll bet you Nick about had a heart attack on that one. So let's get up here to Nick and see if these guys, yes, they are coming down pit road. All of our leaders down pit road. Let's see what kind of strategy these guys have got. I'm sure with 31 laps in the books, I'm sure we're going to see 4-tire pit change. I don't think it's too early in the race here to see a 2-tire pit strategy to try to get out there in the lead. But all right, Brent Lay bringing out the first caution of the day on lap 30. Whoa, Nick Racino barely beaten Travis Townsend off of pit road. All right, looks like 4-tire change. by everybody out there today. Nick Racino hanging on to that first spot. And Nick had a... yeah, I'm not showing it. See, it's so messed up, it's not even showing his pit time, so... I don't know, I even reset the thing and everything, and it's just for some reason, it's not working. All right, so a little bit of a change up here. It looks like Travis Townsend going to be second. Tim Racino in third. Frank G up to fourth. James Daniels fifth. Gary Lowe sixth. David Bowden seventh. Robert Falzine eighth. Michael Martin ninth. I believe Alan McEwen will be ahead of Aaron Reeder. I think that's the way that's supposed to be. And then Brent Lay will be taking up the rear of the field here. 12 drivers left out on the track. 13, excuse me, 13 drivers left. No, 12. 12. Yeah. 12 drivers left out on the field. So, all right, well, we're going to get back up here to our leader, Nick Racino, and see if they probably get the one to go this time. Thanks for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV. Watching the Old Farts League here running at Homestead. Nick Racino, our leader at the moment here. Travis Townsend in second. About 12 trucks left out on the field here. We've had a couple of retirees. Lloyd Jones and Jason Beach retiring from the race. They do get the one to go, so we will be going back green here in just a minute. We're a third of the way through the race here, folks. So lots of racing to go. All right, get ready, folks, because the pace car's about to duck onto pit road. It does. Nick Racino brings them to the line. And we are green, back under green conditions here at Homestead. Travis Townsend getting a great run on that outside. Nick and Tim Racino trying to get hooked up. Nick down on that low line. Brand new tires out here. I don't know how these are going to react here, but Travis gets a great run coming off of turn 2 down the back stretch. Not sure if he's going to be able to hold Nick off here going into turn 3. They are still side by side. It looks like Travis is going to beat Nick to the line that time, and Nick's going to have to slide it up in behind Travis. Looking back from Travis on Nick. Nick gets a great run coming off of 3 that time and comes right up on the tail of Travis, but look, takes a peek on the inside. Travis trying to hold it down low to keep him back there. what he's going to have to do each and every lap. But I'm going to tell you, Nick pushing that thing. As you can see, that truck right on the edge of breaking loose. Nick down here on the inside again. I'm telling you what, these guys are racing like it's a last lap, and here we are just starting lap 37. So if you're just joining us here, folks, it's been a great race. We've only had one caution on lap 30 there. Brent Lay spun. It looked like he was attempting to come down pit road and spun, and brought out the first caution of the day. Oh, and Travis gets really loose. And Nick Racino for the lead, and Tim going right along with them. Very cool, man. I'm telling you what, these guys are really racing it up. Now Tim on the inside, taking a peek. Backs out of it, thinks better. Wow, these guys are racing it up in the front here. I'll tell you what, the Racino boys are doing a great job out here. Last week they were very good, and this week again, Frank G hanging on right there in fourth. Man, he's doing a superb job too, as he's looking to the inside of Travis for a second there. Gary Lowe back in fifth. Robert Felzine sixth. David Bowden, 7th. Alan McEwen, 8th. Aaron Reeder, 9th. Michael Martin, 10th. James Daniels, 11th. And Brent Lay back here in 12th. He's about 3 laps down. So let's get back up to our leader. Nick Travis taking a peek on the inside of Tim Racino for a second there. Pushing him into the corner, trying to make him make a mistake. It looks like Travis does get a good run coming off the turn. Coming down the front stretch side by side with Tim Racino. This is getting good. Taking lap 41, Travis moves into second. Getting by Tim Racino, and that's the way they were before. 1, 2, 3, Nick Racino, Travis Townsend, and Tim Racino. And but Tim had such a great run there. Travis starting to get a little more bite now, got a little more heat in them tires. I think he's a little better on the long run, but I'm going to tell you what, Nick out there just doing a killer job. Whoops, sorry about that. LG Willie not in the race. Lap 42 right now. These guys really putting on a great show up here in the front. Travis Townsend second, Tim Racino in third. What a job these guys are doing. And Frank G, look at Frank G coming. He is hanging on there just about 3/4 of a second behind our leader. But Nick Racino checking out on the field right now. Tim Racino taking a peek again on the inside of Travis Townsend, but I don't know, he is really showing some muscle there, but Travis a little bit too strong coming off the turns for him, I believe. Nick Racino out front. Let's watch him as he comes out of turn 2 here. Boy, I'm telling you, these guys are finding a lot of bite coming out of turn 2. That turn is pretty treacherous for me. I can come off of turn 4 all day long, but turn 2, it just seems like that turn with that flat wall comes up on you so quick. And there's a couple of little bumps right there in the turn 2. So. Oh, and Tim Racino gets by Travis Townsend to move into second. And Frank G closing up on Travis Townsend. So Tim Racino back in second. Coming to take lap 46 this time by. And Nick Racino just pulling away from this field. He is just like in another time zone right now. Man, is he hooked up here tonight. Let's go back through the field here. Gary Lowe now 3 seconds behind our leader. And it looks like missed somebody again there. I think Robert Felzine. Where did Robert Felzine go? Looks like Alan McEwen may have taken his car behind pit road as well. There's Robert Felzine running in 6th. David Bowden 7th. Aaron Reeder 8th. James Daniels 9th. Michael Martin in 10th. And believe, let's see, Alan McEwen has taken his off. So a lot of guys have taken theirs off of Brent Lay back here in the 11th spot. He's running 4 laps down, but still turning laps. Good job by him. And again, Travis Townsend on the inside of Tim Racino, but can't make it stick coming out of turn 4. Maybe he does. He's got a good run coming down the front stretch. No, he has to duck it in behind him, but going into turn 1, he takes a peek on the inside again. This is where the racing's at here, boys. Nick pulling away from these guys because they're racing it up so hard back here. Brent Lay back on pit road, coming down pit road again. Maybe having some issues. Might be making some changes on his setup, but back in 11th spot. Nick out there, let's see, he is led. We'll probably have to add a lap or two, but he has led a ton of laps out here today. And it's kind of messed up on me, so I'm really, looks like 39, but I would say add a couple to that. So probably about 41 laps out of that. About 40 laps. So good job by Nick out front. Showing the way here today. All right, we're a little past halfway here, folks. Tim Racino in 3rd, Frank G in 4th, about a second. Well, he's more than a second behind our leader. Like I said, it's kind of messed up there. So he is, wow, probably about 5 seconds behind our leader. Gary Lowe back here in 5th. David Bowden in 6th. I kind of wanted to get up with Nick and see he may be coming up on some lap traffic here before too much longer. But he is just checked out. He's gone. He's out of here. Brent Lay back down on pit road again. Not sure exactly what's going on with Brent. He may be just kind of taking it easy, trying to pick up a couple spots. He is up to the 11th position right now. And looking here, it looks like Robert Felzine has fallen all the way back to the 10th position. So I don't know, he must have slipped or something there because he was running up in like 6th or 7th. And here he is falling all the way back to the 10th position now. Michael Martin in 9th. James Daniels in 8th. Aaron Reeder now falling all the way back. He is going to go back to about 9th position because he got passed up by a couple of guys there on that Got passed up by Michael Martin and James Daniels. The David Bowden out here having a great race today, 9.8 seconds behind our leader. Gary Lowe back here in 5th. Frank G now losing the draft to that front guys here. Tim Racino in 3rd. Travis trying to close up that gap between him and Nick Racino. And man, I'm telling you, it's a long ways up to Nick Racino. You can see Nick going into 3, as Travis is just coming out of 2. So almost a straightaway ahead of Travis Townsend here. Nick just powering it around here today. I wanted to take a ride along here with Nick. Let's ride around in the cockpit with him and watch him take a lap around here. So crank it up. All the way back here to Travis Townsend in 2nd. We'll see if Nick is even pulling away more. No, you know what? I think Travis may be closing up ever so slightly on him. Because if you remember just a couple of laps ago there, Travis was just coming out of 2 when Nick was going into a 3. And that time Travis was well out of turn 2 before Nick got into turn 3. So Travis could be reeling him in a little bit right now. Let's check this out one more time here. Yeah, he is starting to close that gap ever so slightly. Tim Racino still in tow. Looking strong out there today. Great racing by Tim. Frank G still in 4th. And all the way back here to Gary Lowe has fallen quite a ways behind these guys. David Bowden in 6th. James Daniels 7th. Michael Martin 8th. And Robert Felzine 9th. Robert could be having some issues there, not sure. He may be dealing with a little bit of a loose condition on that truck. Aaron Reeder in 10th. Aaron could be saving fuel here. I don't know why, because he's still going to have to stop. Well, let's ride along with Aaron here once. And he is out here saving fuel. Okay. Not sure. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Might be overthinking it. All right, Robert Felzine in 9th. So let's get back up here. There's a pretty good battle going on. Gary Lowe coming down pit road. Let's check it out here, folks. As Gary Lowe is getting ready to come down pit road. Probably his final pit stop of the day, I'm sure. Oh, and he slides it into pit road. Hits the barrels. Oh, no. Gets it straightened out. Man, that was intense right there. I'll tell you what, we're going to go back here and watch Gary Lowe. Watch him from the far chase as he gets ready to come down pit road right here. Being as we are under green conditions here, these guys still had quite a bit of power on it. I think pit road kind of come up on him a little quick here. He locked him up, and boy, I'm going to tell you what, hits them barrels hard. They don't do a lot of damage to you, but still he does get some damage on that truck. And I believe right behind him, yeah, Brent Lay was coming down on pit road and had to check up on that. So, all right, well, we're going to get back up here live. So Gary Lowe on pit road, and that, boy, I'll tell you what, that was pretty tough right there to see. I like Gary, and man, I know he was really racing hard right there and trying to get a good run down pit road. We'll try to keep an eye out here and see if anybody else does come down pit road. It looks like Brent Lay may have taken his car behind pit road. We're left with about 10 cars out on the track right now. We've lost a few drivers. Jason Beach, Lloyd Jones, Alan McEwen, and now Brent Lay. 4 drivers have retired from the race. So kind of unfortunate here. Oh, Travis Townsend coming down pit road now. Let's watch his pit stop here and see what kind of strategy he's going to play. I'm sure with this many laps, he's probably going to do a 4-tire pit stop. Right sides are going on. Our leader's still out front. Left side's going on. Topping off that tank with Sunoco fuel, and he's out of there. All right, let's get back up to Nick Racino. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Not sure when he's coming down, but Frank G on pit road. Let's check in with Frank G here, as he's on pit road now. Giving up the 6th spot, going backwards pretty quick here. A lot of drivers going by him. Right side's going on. We are under the 35 to go, about 32 to go. So these guys want to get out here with fresh feel goods on that truck, and straightens it up. And here he is back out and running. So we're going to get back up with Nick Racino. Give me 1 minute here to get up to him. And he's coming down pit road. So Nick Racino on pit road. Let's see what he's got. And Tim Racino on pit road too. So both the Racino guys on pit road here. All right, right side's going on. Tim Racino coming to his pit stall. Left side's going on Nick's car. All right, he's coming off pit road. So coming back out, and right now we've got a brand new leader up front. I believe James Daniels is going to be our leader, I think, as they come around. These guys all getting back up to speed. Yes, James Daniels is going to be scored as our leader. So we'll watch him, see when he comes down pit road. Probably won't be much longer. He's seen all these other guys that come down pit road. All right, David Bowden in second. Robert Felzine in third. Aaron Reeder fourth. Michael Martin just now coming off of pit road, giving up that position, and he will roll back out here. Going to lose a few positions on there, but get caught up here to fourth place, Aaron Reeder. I'm going to get up here to James Daniels and see when he is going to come down pit road. He's our brand new leader. Led a couple of laps now. Got them valuable points for leading laps. And looking back through he's kind of babying the gas right now a little bit going into the turn. And it looks like here comes James down pit road. So we will watch for him to come down pit road. That long trek down that big turn there coming in through 3 and 4. You got to enter in turn 3, and it's a long trip down pit road. So let's see what James does here on his pit stop. I doubt we'll see any 2-tire changes by these guys. Everybody I've seen out here has done a 4-tire change. You've definitely got to take that into consideration out here. As hard as you're driving on this track, you've got to take 4 tires. All right, right side tires going on. And left side tires going on. So 4-tire pit change for James. And he is out of there. Coming off of pit road, going to give up a few positions. It looks like David Bowden is going to be our new leader. We will get up to him. Probably won't be long. Yeah, he is just now coming on pit road as well. Stayed out there long enough to lead a couple laps and get those bonus points. So we will watch for him to come down pit road. He comes into his pit stall. I'm sure we'll see a 4-tire change by him as well. Right side's going on. Oh, right side's only. Wow, a little bit of a strategy move there for him. Robert Felzine going to be showed as the leader right now, so let's get up with him. Robert Felzine going to lead a couple of laps as well, and well, all these guys cycling around here. I don't know if Robert's been down on pit road yet. I don't believe so. He's only been on pit road once, so he will have to stop here, probably in the next lap or 2. Well, let's go back through the field here real quick. Nick Racino in second, so when Robert stops, that's going to put Nick right in the lead. Quite a way back to Travis Townsend in third. It's about 7.2 seconds behind these guys. So, wow, Nick gonna be the leader here once Robert Felton comes down pit road. Trying to keep an eye on him and see when he does come down pit road. Travis Townsend in third. Aaron Reeder fourth. Tim Racino in fifth. Frank G in sixth. Michael, whoops, skipped over one there. David Bowden in seventh. Michael Martin eighth. James Daniels ninth. And Gary Lowe rounding out the top 10 that are out there racing right now. We will get back up here to Robert Feltine and watch and see when he does come down pit road. Well, he is really stretching this out. I know he can't have enough to make it the whole way. There's no way. So he's got to be coming down pit road here pretty soon. All right, the number 6 of James Daniels, which a lap down, now gets his lap back the good old-fashioned way, passing up the leader. How did he get back in second here? Let's see. Nick Racino back up in the lead. I don't know, how the heck did that happen? I must have missed something there. Nick must have got by him and I didn't see it. Probably when I was going back through the field. I always do that. I always miss the good stuff. Nick Racino back out in the lead. Led the most laps here today, 61 laps. Man, that's great for Nick. He's going to look good on his track record all the way back here to Travis Townsend in second. Now back to about a straightaway ahead of Travis. 20 laps to go to finish this thing up. Third place, Robert Felzine. Might be trying to save fuel and get a top 5 finish out of this. I don't think he can save that much fuel. Tim Racino in fourth, starting to reel in Robert. Aaron Reeder back here in fifth. Frank G in sixth, a long way back. David Bowden seventh. Michael Martin eighth. James Daniels in ninth. James Daniels got a mirror full of Travis Townsend. James already, he is a lap down, so yeah, that puts him a lap down. So yeah, that Travis, boy, taking him way up high. Gary Lowe back here in 10th, already a lap down. Kind of uncharacteristic for Gary, but I'm not really sure. He may not have had a good setup out here today. It looks a little loose coming off a 2. So maybe struggling with some loose conditions out here. Let's get back up to our leader, Nick Racino. Nick doing a super job out here. 17 laps to go. Not sure why this did not pick him up. Even after I reset it a couple of times, it still did not pick him up. So it could be a connection issue or something. It could be just a glitch in the, I don't know, glitch in iRacing or the program or something. Not sure. But even after I reset it, it still wouldn't pick up Nick. So I can't. All I can do is say, well, here's second place now. Can't tell how far he is. Oh, Travis looking like crazy too. Third place, Tim Racino, quite a ways back. Behind Travis Townsend, about 6.3 seconds behind Travis. 16 laps to go. Well, why does it do that? Nick Racino. I think there's an issue with it or something. I'm not exactly sure. All right, Nick putting David Bowden a lap down. So David Bowden back in 6th place right now is going to go, or excuse me, a 7th place, going to go a lap down. Coming to the line, going to be 14 laps to go to complete this thing. Been a pretty good race here. We've only had one caution in this race, and that was on lap 30. So been a very clean race coming down to the end of this, and nobody really racing each other for position at the moment here. But I'll tell you what, it's been some great racing. Nick getting by Aaron Reeder to put Aaron a lap down, and now setting his sights on the number 77 there of Michael Martin to put him a lap down as well. Michael's the 5th place truck. So only 4 trucks left on the lead lap right now. Wow, this is amazing. Nick just on a rail out here today. Quite a ways back to Travis, but Travis trying to reel him in. Let's ride along with Travis here for a minute, and we've got about coming to 12 to go here, so let's ride along with Travis and see if we can get a glimpse of our leader way up there, up in the front. Travis almost a straightaway behind our leader, Nick Racino. Nick Racino. It'll be great to talk to Nick out there for, I believe, coming off of a win last week, and going to have another win this week if everything goes right. And doesn't make any mistakes here to the end. Going to be 11 laps to go when he crosses the line. Nick 11 more circuits here at Homestead, folks, and we're going to have this one in the books for the Old Farts League. Been a super great race. Tim Racino in third, so another great finish for Tim Racino as well. I don't have the points here available to me to see who's leading in the points, but next week I'll try to have a little something that I can kind of throw up for you guys to I won't show it to you, but I'll read it off to you and see where everybody is in the points right now. Frank G back here in fourth. Frank having another great run, started fourth and finishing fourth. 10 laps to go. Michael Martin starting 13th on the field today, finishing 5th. David Bowden starting 11th and in the 6th position. James Daniels started 6th, now he is in 7th. Aaron Reeder started 7th and in 8th. Gary Lowe started 2nd and running in the 9th position. Robert Felding starting 8th and now is pretty much dead last on the field at the moment here. A couple laps down. I think he finally had to stop and take that, make that pit stop. Now this could be a glitch here, folks, but I'm looking at Aaron Reeder and I don't see where he has only made one pit stop. Man, I don't know. Kind of weird. It could be a glitch in the program, though. There's a lot of little bugs in this program that it doesn't exactly show up perfect. But all right, David Bowden in 6th, Michael Martin 5th, Frank G 4th, Tim Racino 3rd, Travis Townsend in 2nd, and Nick Racino. What happened to Nick Racino? Folks, what happened to Nick Racino? I don't know where Nick went. Oh, he's going to be upset if he fell out of the server. Let me see if he did. No, I don't know what happened to Nick. He is not on the track, folks. He is out of the race. What? You gotta be kidding me. Oh no. Travis Townsend leading, Tim Racino in 2nd, now 5.8 seconds behind Travis. And Travis going to be coming to 5 to go this time by, folks. I don't know what happened to Nick. I don't know, folks. He is just completely gone from the track. Man, that's unfortunate. And, you know, he led 74 laps here today. So, man, I don't know. Man, I'm like beside myself right now. I just don't know what to say. Nick, I hope everything's okay, man. And, you know, dang. That's very unfortunate for him. Well, we are at 4 to go this time. That kind of bumps everybody up one place. So let's go around the track here real quick and we will get back up to our leader. But Tim Racino 2nd, Frank G in 3rd, now Michael Martin 4th, David Bowden 5th, James Daniel 6th, Aaron Reeder, we're at 7th, Gary Lowe in 7th, Aaron Reeder 8th, Robert Felzine, the last one on the field right now in 9th place. Man, I don't know. That's really bad. I feel bad for Nick. Man, oh man. All right, well, let's stay right with our leader right here, right now. And Travis Townsend's going to come to 2 to go this time. Folks, we've only had one caution in this race today, but we've had 8 lead changes, and it's just been an amazing race. Travis Townsend taking 2 to go this time. And we're going to get right over here on top of him because I'll tell you what, he has drove the wheels off of that truck today. He's looking at 1 to go this time by, going to get the white flag. And we will stay right here with our leader. Coming off of turn 4, he is going to cross the line, gets a white flag. White flag is out, folks, and this is the final lap. 3 more turns, and Travis has got the win here. All right, coming off of 2 more turns, and he has got it. Tim Racino second, Frank G third. No chance of a battle between them two because they are a long ways apart, about 18 seconds apart. But I'm telling you what, this has been just an absolute great race. And look at this, folks, coming to the win. Travis Townsend winning here for the Old Farts League. Great race. And he is just doing the old slide job around here, just happy about getting this win. Oh, man. Great job, Travis. Congratulations here on your win tonight. And we will get down here and get a word in with him. Tim Racino coming in second. Right there you see Tim. All right, let's get down here, folks, and see if we can't get a word in with our winner. A little congratulatory bump there on Travis by Tim. So great job by these guys. This was an absolutely great race for Travis. Again, like I said, congratulations to him. Wow, what a win. Don't know what happened to Nick, but hopefully we do get a chance to, maybe we can talk to Tim and find out what happened to Nick. But let's see if we can't get down here.
Right.
Travis Townsend, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, first off, Travis, congratulations on your win. I don't know what happened to Nick. He fell out or something, but we'll find out about that here in a little bit. But tell us about your racing out there and how much of a struggle it was for you to try to keep up with Nick today. And a lot of good racing going on everywhere around this track.
Yeah, Rudy, I've been fighting a really tight condition all week. I was pretty fast for 5, 10, maybe 15 laps, but after that it was just pushing really bad. And Nick seemed to really have the balance figured out. He definitely had the field covered in the long runs. Really headed to win a race that way, but I've lost a couple that way, so I guess you got to take every one you can get.
Absolutely, brother. It does look good on paper, and I feel bad for Nick because he definitely was the class of the field today, but you ran the wheels off of that thing trying to keep up with him, buddy, and had very fast pit stops. A lot of contributions to that, pit stops, and the way you wheeled that thing around the track. We followed along with you quite a few times, rode in the cockpit with you, and you did everything you could to keep that thing ahead of Tim Racino a lot of times. Great battle between you and Tim, and we will get the chance to talk to him here in a little bit, but tell us about that battle between you and Tim.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I knew Nick was getting away, so I just wanted to get in line there and be able to keep up with him. I knew from the first run that I was a little faster, I think, than what Tim was in the longer run. So I was trying to stay out front of him. Then he got into me there once and 3 and got me loose, and we probably lost a good second and a half. At that point, it was pretty much done from there on. I was pushing too hard trying to catch him and just really killed the right front tire. So that was just kind of the story of the week. Could never really get that figured out.
Roger that. Well, congratulations again, Travis. A great win out there, well deserved. I mean, it was unfortunate for Nick that I don't know exactly what happened with him, but unfortunate for him. But you all worked out in your favor, and great job out there. You want to give a thank you out to anybody or a shout out?
Yeah, thank you to you first and foremost for doing the broadcast, and also LG. He set out tonight up in the blimp and kind of watched things and made sure we stayed in line. It seemed like a really clean race. I know I had fun out there, even though it was as tight as it was. It was still nice to run a race like that with minimal cautions. And also a thank you to Gary Low down as well. He helped me out there early in the week. I was struggling even worse than I was tonight with that setup, and he kind of threw something my way, and we kind of tweaked on it together, and I came up with something that was pretty decent, and it ran pretty good here tonight. So it's real fast for qualifying and a good short run setup.
All right, Travis. Well, again, congratulations on your win, and thank you for talking with us.
Thank you, Rudy.
Tim Racino, you got a copy?
Certainly do, Rudy. How are you?
Doing well, brother, doing well. You got a second place today. Congratulations on that. Maybe you can enlighten us a little bit on what happened to Nick. Do you know or don't you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what happened. He lost power in his apartment, completely shut him down. So, hey, you know what? Lose a lot of ways, never expected that.
Oh, absolutely, man. He'd led like about 75 laps out there today. So, I mean, what a way to lose the race. But he will get the, I believe they have the points for leading the most lap, and he should get that. But anyhow, congratulations on your second place today, Tim. Tell us a little bit about your race.
It went pretty uneventful, man. I mean, you know, I was duking it out with Travis a little bit. I think he was a little better than me on the long run. But, you know, hey, I feel good. You know, my chassis of last three races, it should have won today, but whatever. But I got a couple seconds and a couple wins in the last 5 races, and what more do you want? It's pretty good.
Absolutely, yeah. Nick coming off that win last week, and you had a great finish as well. But great run here tonight, second. That's I think, didn't you finish third last week or something?
Yeah. No, I came in. No, I got a second last week. Nick won. I came in second, I believe. Yeah, because we got 2. I should have won 3 today, and I came in second twice. So that was in 3 races, 3 wins and 2 top 2s.
Well, that's pretty impressive, brother. Obviously, you guys have found something here and showing the way here, you know, running 1 and 2, and that's 2 weeks in a row finishing second. That's a great track record. Do you think, I don't know where they're racing at next week. I think Vegas. You got anything to show the guys for next week at Vegas?
Well, I pretty much sure we'll show up. You know, Trey, man, if you just run with Travis, man, you've done your homework. So, I mean, he's a tough dude to beat. I wish Al was here today. But these guys are the best, man. And, hey, top 5s are good for me.
Oh, I agree 100%. Travis is the guy to beat out there 99% of the time. And I'll tell you what, like you said, if you can beat him, you've done your homework. If you can even keep up with him, you've done your homework. So, but great job out there today, Tim. Congratulations on your second place. And you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my son. Hey, good run, kid. They knew you were here. And, hey, you'll get him next week. So, good job.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, great run by him. Yeah, he's got to get that power thing figured out. All right, well, thanks for talking with us, Tim. And Frank G., you got a copy there? I will try to get a word in with you, Frank.
Yes, sir. We got you, Rudy.
Well, good run for you, Frank. Followed you quite a bit through the race today, and you know, you kind of got back there a little ways, but you pretty much kept that thing in the top 5 all day long. You bring it home third today. Congratulations on that. But tell us about your race and how your truck was out there for you today.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Didn't have the best truck. Struggling with the setup, and my biggest problem was being consistent. I was all over the board. I couldn't run lap times that were consistent, but we just tried not to wear our stuff out and tried to stay out of trouble and tried to hold on to the draft as long as we could, but that didn't take a whole lot of time to lose that. But all in all, I'm tickled pink to finish there. I was just hoping for a top 5 at best, and this worked out real well. Real happy.
Absolutely, I can't agree anymore, man. That was one heck of a run you put on today, Frank. But congratulations on your third spot. Homestead, let's talk about Homestead here just for a minute. One of your favorite tracks, or where does it rank in your favorite tracks?
Me, it's not one of my favorites. I can't tell you at what point it is in the, in the 1 to 10. I don't know. I'd with 1 being my favorite, I'd rank it down near the bottom somewhere. I'm not a real fan of it.
Well, it seems to be a pretty popular 1.5-mile track. It's just a matter of getting a handle on it. The banking is a little different. The turns are a little more sweeping. Turn 2, rough. And if you don't hit that turn 2 just right, it will put you into the wall. And but everybody did a great job out there today. And congratulations to you, Frank, on your third place. And do you want to give a thank you out to anybody special?
Yeah, thanks as usual to the old farts, all the guys that race clean, and also to you guys for the work you do. And just to back up a second, this would probably be my favorite track if I had Nick set.
All right, Frank. Well, thanks for talking with us, buddy, and great job out there today, and congratulations on third place.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, let's get down here and take a look at the results. Travis Townsend, of course, our winner. Tim Racino in second. Great run by him, finishing 4.5 seconds behind Travis. Frank G coming in third, way back in the field, 22 seconds back. Last one on the lead lap, Michael Martin. What a finish for Michael. Way to come back, and man, he passed a lot of truck there toward the end to get that fourth place. David Bowden in fifth. James Daniels sixth. Gary Lowe coming out of it with at least a top 10 finish here, coming in seventh. Robert Felzine had a little issue there. I'm not sure. I believe he did kind of try to stay out and on fuel and had to stop kind of late there in the race, but finishes it in eighth. Aaron Reeder ninth. Nick Racino falling out, losing power. Very unfortunate. Led the most laps today, but finishes 10th. Brent Lay in 11th. Alan McEwen 12th. Lloyd Jones 13th. And Jason Beach, the first one out of the race there, finishing 14th. So, all right, again, congratulations to our winner, Travis Townsend, here at Homestead for the Old Farts League. Thanks for tuning in here at MaxSpeedTV, and we will see you tomorrow night for the race trucks, I believe, at Charlotte for Maximum Speed Racing. So tune in tomorrow night around the same time. You can go to MaxSpeedTV.com and check out our schedule and see when that does occur. But thanks for tuning in here on MaxSpeedTV.